Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Truro Raceway. The temperature in Truro this evening is 23 degrees Celsius under partly cloudy skies. Tonight's track condition has been rated as fast. The card this evening is conducted under the rules and regulations of the Atlantic Provinces Harness Racing Commission. The senior judge this evening is Kevin Kroll. Associates are Alex Monroe and Mike Ellsworth. You know, your program and equipment changes. In the second race, race 2, number 2, Riding Like You Stole It, is taking off a hood with cups. And in race 2, number 3, Jack Flash is a Gas, has been scratched sick. Race 2, scratch the 3 entry, Jack Flash is a Gas. In the fourth race, race 4, number 6, At the Helm, has a bridle change from closed to open with side rolls. And the 8, Pickpocket Princess, also changing bridles from closed to open with side cheeks. In the fifth race, race 5, number 4, Johnny Walker Deluxe, is taking the hobbles in 1 inch. And over in race 9 in the 9th race, scratched sick is number 4, I'm a Miracle. 9th race, scratch 4, I'm a Miracle. Those are your changes thus far. Post time for race 1 set for 6 p.m. That's in less than 19 minutes. The habituals are open and selling.
Doing a mic check for Truro Raceway. 14 minutes to post time. 14 minutes to post. Mic check. Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Truro Raceway for some Friday evening action uh, for Universal Media Studios, based out of Charlottetown. I'm racing analyst Shannon Sugar Doyle, based out of London, Ontario. I'm still here. I am going to miss July back home, but going to try and make it back for some old home week action there around Charlottetown mid-August. So we're staying busy here in London and looking forward to this evening's action. Fast track conditions. Looks like a beauty of an evening for horse racing in Truro, Nova Scotia. How about the speed of horses lately? Right, I was catching, I was catching some 2-year-olds racing at Hoosier Park last evening. Of course, they race on a big track, a 1 mile service. Hoosier Park, that's the state of Indiana, south of the border, of course. Caught a 2-year-old stake race, Pacers. They were racing for $70,000 in purse money. There was a first time starter in there. His name, yeah, you'll remember this one because you're going to see a lot more of him, I'm thinking. His name is Buzzsaw Russ, out for his career debut, was a winner from off the pace in 153, but get this, his final quarter to win it, 25-1. That's right, 25-1, a career debuting 2-year-old by the name of Buzzsaw Russ. Be looking for him around Hoosier Park in the weeks and possibly months going forward. Tomorrow evening, of course, it's the Meadowlands Pace, Beach Glass. Morning line favorite there for the Schooner 2 stable of Truro, Nova Scotia. Trainer Brent McGrath. He's coming in off the lifetime best of 148-1. Again, Beach Glass, the morning line favorite for the $600,000 Meadowlands Pace. That's tomorrow evening at the Meadowlands, of course. I'm kind of like a number 7 Forever Boy in there. I do like the 3 Nighthawk as well. I'm going to box up 3, 6, and 7 Beach Glass from post 6. Never better, and quite a record for him. From 9 starts, 5 wins, 3 seconds, and again, in off his life best, 148-1, the favorite to win the Meadowlands Pace tomorrow evening again for Schooner 2 stable of Truro. Trainer Brent McGrath will wish them all luck. Mappo's Lion, you remember Mappo's Lion from around the Maritimes last season? Really sharp now at Woodbine Mohawk Park for owners Carol Campbell of Bedeck, Nova Scotia, and Haley Curry of Rocky Point, Prince Edward Island. 2 back. He was home in 25-4, just missed by a nose in 149-2. Well, last Saturday, he would step to a new lifetime best of 149-2 with trainer driver Paul McDonnell on board. He's in to go tomorrow evening, and again, he's another morning line favorite. That'll be race 10 at Woodbine Mohawk Park. That Meadowlands Pace, Race 12. That's around 10:45 Eastern. I guess that's going to be around quarter to midnight your time for the Meadowlands Pace. Also featured tomorrow evening at the Meadowlands, Test of Faith. That really nice mare. She's in race 9. And then Bulldog Hanover, he's in to go for a $500,000 purse. Matched the world record of 146 a few weeks back. He's all part of it's a stat card at the Meadowlands tomorrow evening. And, of course, the Governor's Plate over at Summerside tomorrow evening. I like a 2-1-4-6 for my plate selections there. I think the speed is going to hold up. The only one I can see coming from off the pace, Beach and Lindy. I like No Plan Intended to win it. Twinbee Tough Enough, Island Beach Boy, and Beach and Lindy from off the pace. Others included in that $30,000 Governor's Plate, Rose Run Quest. Rotten Ronnie, a little bit flat last time out. He can maybe play the role of spoiler tomorrow evening should he bring his A game. Bugs and McGuire, Time to Dance with that outside post to overcome. So, yeah, it's busy time of year, right, for the harness horses all over the continent. So, again, 9 races on tap this evening at Truro Raceway. We'll be missing Claire McDonald, wishing her luck over at Summerside this evening, competing in Atlantic Sire Stakes action for the 3-year-old pacing fillies. We are 8 minutes away from race number 1 of 9 at Truro. Best of luck to all racing and playing tonight.
Now on the track and parading of the starters in tonight's opening race. Here's the field from post 1, a 2-year-old Dally Gelding, Ziggy, owned by Michelle Patrickin. Ernie Laughlin does the driving. Post 2 is Brookdale Seb, 2-year-old colt by Shadow Play, owned by the Pollies, Doug Jr. and Sr., with Bernard McCollum at the lines. Todd Trites on the 3, Run for the Money, 2-year-old filly by Sports Writer, owned by Full House Racing. Number 4 in the field is Better Dance, owned by Tricia Barnesby. Mark Webby catch drives. Kerry Saunders and Bria Harper, the owners. Carl Eisner will drive. Number 5, Talk Derby to Me. Number 6 in the field, Glenview Rhonda, owned by Adam Johnson, with Darren Crow in tow. And Deolicious from post 7 rounds out the field. Tracy McQuaid owns. Paul Treves in the driver's seat. Post time for the first in 5 minutes.
There we go. 5 minutes. 5 minutes wagering time left on race number 1 of 9 on a Friday evening for Truro Raceway. And here we have the season debut. Could be the new and improved Glenview Rhonda here, going out for the trainer Adam Johnson. Darren Crow on board. Stays on board following the qualifying victory where the Hobbles came off. This daughter of immaculate Glenview Rhonda. She's a one-time winner from 22 career starts. Again, this would be her season debut. and first time going free-legged. I like her. She got along fine in the qualifier and appears to be good to go to start things up. Right now, a 5-2 third choice. Darren Crow on the lines of 6, Glenview Ronda. Getting a look now at number 3. This is Run for the Money, 2-year-old daughter of sports writer. And she was just fine in her career debut, 201-1 kind of speed with Todd Treitz up. Treitz stays on board and hoping to see a little improvement from this one tonight. So too are horse players. Right now they've got her pegged as a 7-5 favorite. Here's a look at number 1, Ziggy. Ziggy's going out for his career debut this evening off a winning qualifier. This 2-year-old son of Dally showed a back half there in a minute 4/5. He appears ready to go. I think you can go with these. Beware of number 1, Ziggy. Right now, a 4th choice in wagering at 7-2. It's Ernie Laffin, training and driving for Michelle Patriquin. So here we are for Universum Media Studios, Universum Media Inc. Hit the subscribe button and be notified of when we go live for Truro and other tracks around the Maritimes this season. Five to two action currently on number 4, Better Dance. This one for trainer Keith Legge. It's Mark Webby on board. Had the parking ticket there last time out, so there was nothing doing there. Better Dance, looking to find a better trip this evening. Mark Webby on the 4, currently at 5-2. Still time. We're almost post time for race 1 of number 9. A busy week ahead at Truro Raceway as Atlantic Grand Circuit Week will begin on Tuesday evening. Next card of live racing on Tuesday evening at Truro. It's the Gamester Pinckney Memorial Cup on Tuesday evening, where Truro Raceway will be honoring 2 outstanding individuals who were instrumental in building youth talent in Atlantic Canada. Of course, we're talking about the late Byron Gamester and the late Phil Pinckney. It's the Gamester Pinckney Memorial Cup featured on the Tuesday evening card to begin Atlantic Grand Circuit Week at Truro. Starting car moving into position here for race number 1. Starting car, looking for them to line up. Next voice you'll hear, track announcer Joe Kelly with the call from race number 1 out of Truro.
It's first race post time. Home Hardware Building Center starting gate is moving. Race number 1 on tonight's program. Top of the stretch has Ziggy, Brookdale Seb, Run for the Money, Better Dance, Talk Derby to Me, Glenview Rhonda, and Deolicious. They're off and pacing. Run for the Money on the inside, darting out against Ziggy, looking for the early lead. Then up on the limb, that is Glenview Rhonda, caught wide third. Settling out the rail in 4 as they head by the opening 8th is Brookdale Seb. Off stride there went Run for the Money. Onto the backside for time 1 as they head to the quarter. Glenview Rhonda outside looking to overtake Ziggy as they race to the backstretch. Now backing off is Glenview Rhonda. She will take a seat in the pocket second. Away third, that's Brookdale Seb. And next in line is gapped out Better Dance in 4. And here comes Deolicious up on the outside from 5. The 6th one, that is Talk Derby to Me. And back trailing the breaker, Run for the Money. They were past the quarter in 29 and 2/5 seconds. They move off the top turn. The 2-year-old Ziggy leads the way out there by 2.5. Glenview Rhonda is in pursuit second. Down at the rail in 3 is Brookdale Seb. Then a tighter 4th now is Better Dance, followed 5th by a close-up Deolicious. Gapped out there is Talk Derby to Me in 6th. 7th at the back is Run for the Money. Into the lower turn, they head now to the 5/8, and Ziggy opening up on the front end is out there now by 5 with Glenview Rhonda. Racing along the rail in 2. Brookdale Seb is the 3rd one. Better Dance in 4. To the outside goes Deolicious from 5. Outside and moving in 6. Run for the Money. Now trailing is Talk Derby to Me. 59 and 3 was the half. They arrive at 3/4 and Ziggy is still the leader. A closer second now, Glenview Rhonda. There goes Brookdale Seb up on the outside, uncovered 3rd. They move on over to the 7/8, and Brookdale Seb hitting a lively stride to the outside is closing in on Ziggy as they race past the 7/8 and off the top turn. That is Brookdale Seb outside now, sticking ahead in front as they make the final turn. 129 and 1 was the 3/4, fighting back Ziggy at the rail. On through the stretch, Ziggy outside Brookdale Seb, and Zib. It will be Brookdale Seb to win it. Ziggy second, 3rd is Glenview Rhonda. I'm out in 158 and 2/5.
Ziggy was looking good to go for quite some time in there, but then Brookdale Seb had another idea. The 2-year-old colt son of Shadow Play paced a huge final quarter. Even the back half is really good on that Brookdale Seb. Went out for the Pollies, Doug, senior and junior, Bernie Booger McCollum, training and driving Brookdale Seb to the maiden victory. It was Ziggy carving out fractions of 29 and 2, 59 and 3, over to 3/4, 129 and 1. But as mentioned, Brookdale Seb, big final quarter speed here. That's what I've been talking about, right? The speed is just crazy this season for, all ages, gaits, pacers, trotters, and right down to the 2-year-olds for speed. They were home in 29 and 1. Brookdale Seb, of course, likely home in 28 and 4. or thereabouts to break his maiden, and a fine maiden mark tonight. A 158-2. Brookdale Seb, his maiden victory comes in his third career outing. Ziggy out for his career debut. As mentioned, he appeared to be good to go. He had a big-time lead at the half, but they weren't staying close, right? It wasn't that he was carving out a big front half or anything. They just couldn't keep up with him. Ziggy, very good account of himself to hold down a second, and finishing third, number 6, Glenview Rhonda, as she pulled the hobbles off this evening to try it free-legged. She got along well with some sub-2-minute speed in there, finishing fourth, number 4, Better Dance, with a better outing this week. It's a 2-1, 6-4, top 4, unofficial, and a shocker. Brookdale Seb got let go here at 27-1. Big time long shot here to start things up on a Friday evening at Truro.
Now back in Victory Lane, the first race winner, number 2, Brookdale Zeb. 2-year-old brown colt by Shadow Play out of the Dragon Again, Dam Do It Again, owned by the Pollies, Doug Jr. and Sr. of Amherst. Trained by Bernard McCollum. Bernard in the bike for the winning drives. Brookdale Seb, pacing to a mark of 158 2/5. Here's how they finished in the first race. Number 1, Ziggy, was second. 2, Brookdale Seb, the winner. 3, Run for the Money. 6, 4, Better Dance, fourth. 5, Talk Derby to Me, seventh. 6, Glenview Rhonda, third. 7, Deolicious, fifth. 29-2 the quarter, half 59-3, 3/4 in 129-1. The mile for Brookdale Seb, 158 2/5. In review from the top, 2-1, 6-4, 7-3-5. 2-1-6 try in race 1, $142 even. The 2 all exactors, $54.90. Upcoming in races 2 and 3, the early daily double in race 2, a change on number 2, Riding Like You Stole It, taking off a Hood with Cups, and a 3, Jack Flash is a Gas, has been scratched sick. No changes in the third race, second half of the early double, with post time for race 2 in 9 minutes. Starters in the second race are now on parade. Here's the field. Number 1 is Brookdale Johnny. Bernard McCollum driving for Doug Polly Jr. and Sr. A 2-year-old by Rockin' in Heaven. Post 2, Riding Like You Stole It. Mark Webby driving for Wayne Webby. 3 has been scratched. 4, Woodmere Maria, owned by Debbie Francis, Roseanne Langell, Wayne McRae, and Fonzie McCacken. Paul Langell driving. Ernie Laughlin drives the 5, Fifth Estate, owned by Michelle Patrickin. And number 6, Tory Time, Darren Crowcatch driving for Bob Samara and Kevin Dory. Post time for race 2 in 5 minutes.
Here we go. Here's a look at number 2, Riding Like You Stole It here, taking all the early action here in wagering. Mark Webby on board. Riding Like You Stole It does show that he can go with these, does show that he can handle these. He took himself out of it there nearing 3/4 last time out. A clean trip for this one tonight could put him in the winner's circle. Quickest of these, 2 back. When he was race time to finish second in 56-3. There's nothing in here really that can go that kind of speed this evening at Truro that I could see, unless number 1, Brookdale Johnny, the 2-year-old son of Rockin' in Heaven, really wants to step things up tonight. But I just don't see it. I'm not going to try to get number 2, Riding Like You Stole It, beat for Mark Webby this evening. I believe number 4, Woodmere Maria, would be the exactor factor here. Paul and Jill on board. Comes in off 2 straight wins, her latest. She was 28-4 through the final quarter. And again, we'll call her the exactor factor here. Worth a look again, number 4, Woodmere Maria, this 3-year-old daughter of Roll With It Harry, fitting in well in this 5-horse field. Here's the 6 Tory time. It's going to be Darren Crow with the catch driving assignment. Draws the outside post again, and there's not a whole lot of early gate speed to work with, so likely to come from last in here. Top 3 possibility all day long here, I'm thinking, with the short field of 5. But again, I don't see him racing up close, and for that, I think the best he can do is hit the top 3. Number 5, Fifth Estate. Fifth Estate. Well, we do know he's going to get paid, a 5-horse field, and they pay right back to fifth. I just don't see him hitting a top 3 in here. Fifth Estate, he'd have to find at least 2 seconds to show up in the winner's circle against this group. We've seen the rest, and maybe now this one's the best. Number 1, Brookdale Johnny. Same connections that took race number 1 with Brookdale Seb. It's the Pollies. And Hooker McCollum teaming up once again with a 2-year-old colt son of Rockin' in Heaven. He hasn't had a fast track to race on yet in his young career. He's out for a 3rd place finish. 2 back over the good track at Truro. He was 2 minutes, 2/5 on that occasion. Then he was in the sloppy going at Exhibition Park Raceway in St. John, where he did manage to break the maiden. And of course, the track was way off in there. Mile, it shows 2:08. So here he goes. First fast track. And Brookdale Johnny, we'll see how he takes to it this evening as the starter. Calls the horses for race number 2.
Home Hardware Building Center starting gate moving up for race 2. It's post time. Second race, top of the stretch, has Brookdale Johnny, Riding Like You Stole It, Woodmere Maria, Fifth Estate, and Tory Time. They're off and pacing. Riding Like You Stole It, quick off the gate from the outside. Tory Time hustled out to second on the inside 3rd. That's Brookdale Johnny, followed out in 4. As they race into that first turn by Woodmere Maria, the early trotter, Fifth Estate. On into the backstretch for time 1. As they make their way onto the opening quarter, they're led by Riding Like You Stole It, out there by a length and a half. On the inside, Brookdale Johnny, outside of parked Tory Time, is traveling 3rd. And a gap of 2.5 back to Woodmere Maria, who looks at it from 4. The 5th and trailing one is Fifth Estate. They move on over now to the 3/8. Riding Like You Stole It is the leader. Outside is Tory Time. Now backing off, looking to fill the gap second. Inside is Brookdale Johnny, pacing along in 3. Still that gap back to Woodmere Maria in 4. And Fifth Estate trailing. 30 seconds was the opening panel. They swing off the turn with seating arrangements now complete as they make their way past the midway point. Riding Like You Stole It, continuing to chart the path. Opening up now by 2.5. Tory Time trying to stay with them second. Then gapping out now, Brookdale Johnny in 3. Woodmere Maria is the 4th one, and Fifth Estate Continues to see the ball as they race to the backside. Final time, no change. 58-2 was the half. On their way to 3/4. Riding Like You Stole It, still the boss. Second is Tory Time. Then at the rail, Brookdale Johnny third. Angling to the outside, Woodmere Maria. Racing uncovered now, fourth, and fifth. The State is fifth. They check in at the 3/4 mile mark. Riding Like You Stole It and Tory Time, the top pair as they head on to the 7/8. Outside now. And looking to advance third, Woodmere Maria. Inside fourth is Brookdale Johnny. Fifth, the State is fifth. They race past the 7/8. 1:27-2 was the 3/4. Riding Like You Stole It, still in control. Now looking to the outside. Second is Tory Time. On through the stretch they come. Led home by Riding Like You Stole It. Outside second is Tory Time. They're not going to catch a drifting out Riding Like You Stole It, who reports home a 2.5, 3-length winner. Second is Tory Time, and third is Brookdale Johnny. A mile in 1:56 2/5.
Here's Riding Like You Stole It. A few anxious moments behind the gate here for driver Mark Webby. Riding Like You Stole It, tossing his head in behind the gate. I know they switched up the bridle on him tonight. I think they opened him up, dropped the blinkers, went open with Riding Like You Stole It. Well, it was good enough to pace to a new lifetime best of 1:56-2. You know, when he got that 1/4 mile in 30 seconds flat, it was pretty much over for the rest of them. It was looking like a training mile in the early going, and then he picked it up. He was 28-2 through the second frame to get to the half, and 58-2. Got over to 3/4, 1:27-2, and mile time, as mentioned, new lifetime best, 1:56-2 for Riding Like You Stole It, as he got away cleanly. And he held on over number 6, Tory Time, who did show that early speed this evening. I didn't see it coming from Tory Time. I expected him to race from well off the pace, but Darren Crow had him sitting second throughout, and a decent second as well, 56 and change there. And the 2-year-old, Brookdale Johnny, the first time he got to race over a fast track, and he did some pretty good things there to hold down the third, fighting off the 4 with Maria, and of course fifth to State. Well, he was fifth throughout and finished fifth. 2, 6, 1, 4, and 5. That is your top 5, and that is unofficial as we see Riding Like You Stole It coming back for the Webbies.
Back in victory lane, the second race winner, number 2, Riding Like You Stole It. 3-year-old bay colt by Sunshine Beach. Owned by Wayne Webby of Dartmouth. Young Noah Webby picking up his first training victory. And Father Mark, the winning driver, Riding Like You Stole It. A new lifetime best, 1:56 2/5. Here's the official rundown from race 2. Number 1, Brookdale Johnny, third. 2, Riding Like You Stole It, the winner. 3, Jack Flashes the Gas was scratched. 4, Woodmere Maria, fourth. 5, Fifth Estate, fifth. 6, Tory Time, second. 30 seconds the quarter, the half 58 and 2. 3 quarters, 127 and 2. The mile, a life's best for Riding Like You Stole It, 156 and 2/5. Top down, your program should read 3-1 scratched, 4-5-2. 2-6-1 try in race 2, 27.50. 2-6 exactor, 17.70. Up next, race 3. It's the first leg of tonight's pick 5. No changes in the third race. In the fourth race, 6 at the helm, bridle change, closed to open with side rolls. And the 8 Pickpocket Princess in race 4, also changing bridles, closed to open with side cheeks. In the fifth race, for Johnny Walker Deluxe, takes the hobbles in 1 inch. And no changes in races 6 or 7. The final 2 legs of the pick 5. Post time for the third race in 8 minutes. Starters in tonight's third race, now on post parade. Number 1 in the field is DJ's Coca-Cola Cowboy, by Robert Salzman. Robbie Smallwood driving. From post 2 is Senior Beach Babe with the owner Hilliard Graves driving. Ernie Laughlin has the drive on number 3, Stars Above, for owners Bria Harper and Kurt Harper. Clayton Stevens, owner and driver of number 4, Kingston Sealster. Cyril Harvey for Henry Smallwood aboard 5, Dinger 2. Kirk Paris will steer Mighty Mouse from post 6 for the CC Stables. Paisley McCollum is the owner of 7, Time Will Charmer. Greg Monroe has the drive. And from post 8 is Crafty Example. Darren Crow driving for Mona Leg. That's the field for the third race. First leg of the pick 5 in 5 minutes.
Four minutes wagering time. Race number 3, opening leg of the popular Pick 5 wager. Again, the popular Pick 5 wager beginning here in race number 3. 4 minutes to post time. And right now, the heaviest action is on number 8, Crafty Example. Not sure why. Tell you what, this race is so deep, I don't see how any horse could be below 3-1 in odds come post time for this. I'm going to stick with my top selection here. Right now, one of the longer shots. She is not going to be a long shot come post time, I don't believe. Number 2, Senior Beach Babe. She closed up well last week, but a pylon violation set her back. So, again, I'm going to make her my top play here for Hilliard Graves. He's the owner, driver, conditioned by Fred Saunders. Senior Beach Babe. She closed up very strong in her latest any kind of trip at all. And I think she can break on through to the winner's circle here for Hilliard. 14-1 right now. You're not going to get those odds at post time. Going with another long shot here. My top 2 player, one of my faves, a Mighty Mouse, going out for CC Stables, Kirk Paris, with the call to drive this evening. Mighty Mouse. I know it's probably not her kind of weather. I know she's a cooler weather type horse, and here we are with a nice warm evening in Truro. But we'll hope for the best for number 6, Mighty Mouse. Right now, a long shot, and again, I'd be looking for some serious value here in race number 3. There is nothing, and I mean nothing, really jumping off the page as far as a clear-cut winner in here. You might want to pull out the dartboard and throw a dart at it and see what you come up with. It's that wide open, race number 3 over Truro to start up the early pick 5. Well, it's the one and only pick 5 play up next. Here's where we'll use this 3-5 favorite. We'll give him a shot for the show, though. It is a very tough task for Crafty Example. He's got 1 third place finish from 5 outings in 2022, and it doesn't get easy. This is an outside post for a horse that, he doesn't pass many. Uh, he's been the heavy favorite since the get-go, and again, I don't see how any horse should be paying below 3-1 in this. Now it's 2-1 for 3, stars above, even money on number 8, Crafty Example. If you're playing race 3, you want to be getting at least 3 or 4-1 on a horse that you're going to back to win. It's that wide open. Universal Media Inc. Proud to present Atlantic Canada's Harness Racing. Tracks from Northside, Inverness, Truro, Horse Racing New Brunswick with EPR, and of course the Red Shores tracks of Prince Edward Island, Charlottetown, and Summerside. 9-5 action, second choice, number 3, Stars Above, the 12-year-old son of 4-star Shark. He does his best work when on or near the lead. He had a couple of victories late in 2021 when he was on the lead and sitting 2. So that's where he's going to try to go. He wants to be up close. Number 3, Stars Above for Ernie Laffin. Final call now. Final call for wagering. Race 3, start of the pick 5 play. Here's an early speed threat in number 5, Dinger 2. He's 6-1. That's all right for him. If he could make front or be sitting up close, he could upset the apple cart here at 9-1. Late action right now on number 4, Kingston Seals. They're 2-1 co-fave with number 8, Crafty Example. I will not chase a favorite in this race. Right now, my top selection, she's dropping number 2, Senior Beach Babe, currently at 3-1. And just what I say, I will not chase a favorite in here. Number 2, my top selection, Senior Beach Babe. She is that right now, the favorite, 6-5. I like her, but not at those odds. I just can't get there for any horse that's going to pay less than 3-1 in this race. It's just so wide open. Starting gate moving into position. Still time to fire in late on this pick 5 play.
Stoddard calls in the entries behind the Home Hardware Building Center starting gate. It's post time. Race number 3 of the evening has DJ's Coca-Cola Cowboy, Senior Beach Babe, Stars Above, Kingston Sealster, Dinger 2, Mighty Mouse, Heimel Charmer, and Crafty Example. They're off and pacing with Stars Above away quickly, looking to grab the lead. DJ's Coca-Cola Cowboy at the rail will come away in the pocket second up on the limb. And crossing over is Mighty Mouse from 3. Inside on her 8 is Senior Beach Babe in 4. Now taking a tuck from 5. That is Kingston Sealster, followed away in 6 by Heimel Charmer. Back there in 7, Dinger 2 has beaten only 1 away. That's Crafty Example as they continue single file through the backstretch for the first time. Led up front by Stars Above. Out there by a length and a half. DJ's Coca-Cola Cowboy in for the pocket ride second. Next in line, that's Mighty Mouse traveling 3rd. 4th at the rail is Senior Beach Babe, followed in 5 as they continue on to the 3/8 by Kingston Sealster. They were past the opening quarter in 29 and 1/5 second. They move off the top turn, and Stars Above shows them into the lane as they approach the half. Now charging up on the outside and racing uncovered 3rd. Here comes Senior Beach Babe, now up to challenge for the lead as they arrive at the half. They're still led by Stars Above. The first over challenger is Senior Beach Babe second. Then DJ's Coca-Cola Cowboy sits the pocket 3rd out second over. As they dip into the lower turn is Mighty Mouse in 4. Inside, nowhere to go for DJ's Coca-Cola Cowboy from 5 out to 3rd over in 6. That's Crafty Example. On to the backstretch for the final time. The half a minute, 3/5 led to 3/4 by Stars Above. Opening up now by 2.5, 3 outside to second. That is Senior Beach Babe dropping back a tire. DJ's Coca-Cola Cowboy up into contention. Now comes Mighty Mouse in 3. They race now to the 7/8. Stars Above out there by 2.5, 3. Senior Beach Babe is second. Along the inside and moving up into 3 as they continue on to the 7/8. Crafty Example. They were past 3/4 in 1:31 and 1/5, less than an 8 to come there, led home by Stars Above. Crafty Example up on the outside now. Inside as they travel on through the stretch, Senior Beach Babe but it is Stars Above, and Stars Above will prevail here in the third race. Finishing second is Senior Beach Babe. Third, that is Crafty Example.
There were Stars Above. We mentioned he liked it on the lead or up close, and Ernie Laffin made no mistake. He put him right on the boogie in there for fractions of 29 and 1, a minute 3/5, 131 and 1, and he stopped the clock in 2:02 and 3. Stars Above for career win number 42. His first win of 2022 for trainer Kerry Saunders. Stars Above is on his way back for a winner's circle photo. In for the place spot, number 2, Senior Beach Babe for Hilliard Grays. And from way back, number 8, Crafty Example completed the top 3. It's looking like a 3, 2, and 8 top 3 unofficial here in the third. So Stars Above at 3-1 to kick off the pick 5.
Now back in the winner's enclosure is the third race winner, number 3, Stars Above. He's a 12-year-old gelded son of 4 Stars Shark. Owned by Kurt and Bria Harper. Trained by Kerry Saunders and driven by Ernie Laffin. Stars Above pacing in 2:02 and 3/5. Race 3 is official. 1 DJ's Coca-Cola Cowboy 8, 2 Senior Beach Babe second, 3 Stars Above the winner. 4 Kingston Sealster 7, 5 Dinger 2, 6. 6 Mighty Mouse 5th, 7 Timal Charmer 4th, and 8 Crafty Example 3rd. Fractions 29 and 1, a minute 3/5, 131 and 1, the mile in 202 and 3. Top down, your program reads 821 765 43. 328 try and race 3, 60 70, 32 exactor 2410, and the early daily double 2-2 combination $7.80. Should be a 2-3 combination in the early daily double. It returns $7.80. Up next, the 4th race, bridle changes, 6 at the helm, closed to open with side rolls, and 8 pickpocket princes, closed to open with side cheeks. 4th race post in less than 9 minutes. Fourth race entries now on post parade. From post 1, Desert Dorion, Omadon Ellis Abbott with Jeff Ellis driving. Andrea Rendison and Clarissa Mahar share ownership of number 2 Electric Sill. Todd Treitz at the lines. Robbie Smallwood will pot it from post 3, Lucy with Diamonds, owned by Cyril Harvey. Heather Gaddy, Gail Skelhorn, Margaret Hobson, and Gloria Carey are the owners of 4 Whistling Cricket. Greg Monroe in tow. Paul Langell does the driving on 5 Arizona Bucks. He's owned by Roseanne Langell. Andy Campbell will guide out the helm from post 6, owned by Pam Moore and Blair Saunders. Kirk Paris will accompany E.R. Quinn from post 7 for the CC Stables. Pickpocket Princess to complete the field from post 8. John Davidson driving for Wayne Hubbard. 4th race post in less than 5 minutes.
4 minutes now, 4 minutes wagering time on the 4th at Truro Raceway. And here we are, a numbers game, right? A numbers game most of the time for horse racing. I'm going back to the old area code from Summerside back in the day. Phone number 436 started things off, right? So that's what I'm going to use here 436, number 4, Whistling Cricket. Back down in class here, back down to a level where she won 2 in a row back in June. So Whistling Cricket, all she has to do is find some form, and she could be posing for a winner's circle following this race. Even money currently, Greg Monroe stays on to drive this daughter of Immaculate. Second choice in wagering currently at 5-2, number 3, Lucy with Diamonds. We're going to expect this one to be on or near the lead again. Sub 2 minute speed in each of her last two puts her right into the hunt with these. Again, I'll expect her to be on or near the lead here. Robbie Smallwood is going on board for veteran trainer Henry Smallwood. Cyril Harvey on the ownership line. Lucy with Diamonds, one to think about. At the helm, really good this season. From 6 outings, 2 wins, 2 seconds, and a third. The first off the board finish for this one came last time out. Just got too far behind when leaving from an outside post and just couldn't make it up. At the helm, top 3 potential here with Andy Campbell staying on board to drive for Pam Moore and the Colonel, Blair Saunders. In from St. John, New Brunswick is John Davidson, veteran teamster John Davidson, on board number 8, Pickpocket Princess. This one appears to be getting class relief. You know, she's got that win from last season over EPR and 159. If she could find that kind of speed, she could contend with these. Right now, a long shot player at 15-1. The New Brunswick Invader, Pickpocket Princess from post 8. Here's the big horse, 10-year-old son of Total Truth. That is E.R. Quinn. Kirk Paris on board for CC Stables and outside post to overcome the Longest shot on the board here at 45-1. The favorite continues to be number 4, Whistling Cricket here at 7-5. Still time.
Home Hardware Building Center starting gate now in motion for the fourth race. It's post time. Race 4 of the evening has Desert Orleans, Electric Sill, Lucy with Diamonds, Whistling Cricket, Arizona Bucks, At the Helm, ER Quinn, and Pickpocket Princess. They're off and pacing along the inside. Desert Orleans and Electric Sill vying for the early lead. Also living quickly on the outside as ER Quinn into that first turn. They battle for the lead as they head to the opening eighth with Electric Sill on the outside looking to overtake Desert Orleans. Finding a gap at the rail is ER Quinn in 3. Then next in line is Lucy with Diamonds pacing in 4th. Then looking at it from 5. That is Pickpocket Princess. Away in 6th, that's Whistling Cricket. Back to Arizona Bucks in 7. And at the back of the field, at the helm, is the early trailer. They're racing single file as they travel on over now to the 3/8, led by Electric Sill out there by 2. Desert Orleans in pursuit, second. The opening panel, 28 and 1/5 second. Down at the rail in 3 is ER Quinn, who angles to the outside to step out first over. Off the turn and into the stretch now as they approach the half. Electric Sill is setting the tempo, opening up the lead now to 4 lengths. Up on the outside, here comes ER Quinn on for second. Dropping back, Desert Orleans up on the outside. And now uncovered third, that's Pickpocket Princess, who is advancing as they race into the lower turn. It's Electric Sill leading them on to the 5/8, but here comes Pickpocket Princess on the outside. Gaining ground now up into second at the rail, and now pacing third is ER Quinn. To the outside goes Whistling Cricket, moving up to within striking range 4th. Then 5th, and moving on the outside, that's At the Helm on through the backstretch. Final time, Pickpocket Princess outside is forging to the top. Electric Sill back to second, but here comes Whistling Cricket up on the outside. Now losing cover, but is right there now second as they race on over to the 7/8. They're led by Pickpocket Princess outside. Whistling Cricket is second. At the Helm is joining them now on the outside, a third. Dropping back a tired Electric Sill 4th. They have an 8th left to come. Pickpocket Princess trying to fend off Whistling Cricket. 128 was the 3/4. They make the final turn. Pickpocket Princess, Whistling Cricket on the outside, on down the lane. It's Pickpocket Princess, Whistling Cricket on the outside. At the line, it's tight. Pickpocket Princess trying to fight off a closing Whistling Cricket, and finishing third is At the Helm. A mile in 1:58 flat.
That did get close. Track announcer Joe Kelly could not separate them here on the line. Hometown horse, Whistling Cricket, or the New Brunswick Invader, Pickpocket Princess from that outside post 8. A great account of herself shipping in for John Davidson, trainer and owner Wayne Hubbard. Pickpocket Princess was trying to get there. Whistling Cricket just kept on coming. Here they are on the line together. A picture to decide a race number 4 at Truro. All alone to be third there, number 6, At the Helm. This we know, it's either 4-8-6 or 8-4-6 on the triactor for the 4th race. Looks like they're going to parade back number 4, Whistling Cricket in the win photo. 4, 8, and 6. Top 3 unofficial. There you see Whistling Cricket on her way back. As mentioned, she was class dropping tonight, back to where she won 2 during the month of June, and enjoyed that class relief tonight. Gets the job done here in 158 flat as a heavy 3 to 5 favorite. 4, 8, 6, and 3 top 4 unofficial.
Fourth race winner now back in the winner's enclosure. Number 4, Whistling Cricket. 4-year-old mare by Immaculate out of the McCardle Dam, Lady McCardle. She's owned by Heather Gaddy, Gail Skelhorn, Margaret Hobson, and Gloria Carey. Trained by Dave Carey and driven by Greg Monroe. Greg giving the 4-year-old mare a new lifetime mark of 158 flat. Here's how they finished in the fourth race. Number 1, Desir d'Orléans, was 8th. 2, Electric Sill, finished 6th, placed 5th. 3, Lucy with Diamonds, 4th. 4, Whistling Cricket, the winner. 5, Arizona Bucks, 7. 6, Out the Helm, 3rd. 7, E.R. Quinn, finished 5th, placed 6th. 4, racing inside of 2 Padons at the top of the stretch and being lopped out at the wire. 8, Pickpocket Princess, 2nd. Fractions were 28 and 1, 58, 128. And the mile a lifetime mark for Whistling Cricket, 158 flat. From the top down, your program should read after the placings 854 17362. 486 try in the fourth race, $181.60. 48 exactor, $34.30. Up next, the fifth race, number 4, Johnny Walker Deluxe, is taking the hobbles up 1 inch. Post time for the fifth race in 9 minutes.
Very big stop there from Williams. Wrap around here and scores!
Here comes Mr. Flying! Mr. Flying got up the time.
Field for the fifth race now on the track and on parade. Number 1 is Tobin's Native, owned by Sonny Seitman and William Shearer. Darren Crow in the sulky. Harvey Holm is the owner of 2 Montrose Hope with John Davidson driving. Number 3, Harry G, owned by Christina Gillis. Ernie Laffin drives. Emmons McKay and Paul Smith, the owners. Emmons will drive from post 4. Johnny Walker Deluxe. Paul Angel in line to 5 Well Did for the Well Did Horse Owners Club. Debbie Ellis, the owner of 6 Good Friday 3. Todd Trink's driving. And number 7, Reggie's Game. Toby McDonald drives for Donna Wilson. 5th race post in less than 6 minutes.
It appears to be the backup class this evening at Truro Raceway. 5 minutes to post time. Race number 5, getting a look at top selection, current fave, number 3, Harry G, 5-year-old son of Roll with it, Harry. He's coming in off of 2 runner-up finishes, and I believe he's sitting on a win. Hard to go against. Harry G this week. Ernie Laffin looking for the driving double here. Here's a look at number 6, Good Friday 3, the 10-year-old free-legged son of Mach 3. Gets Todd Trites back on board. Todd gets along fine with this one. He's got 2 wins already this season aboard Good Friday 3. From post 6, I see him leaving sharply, making front. They may have a tough time to catch him. Good Friday 3 right now is the best value on the tote board by far. At 8-1, that price is a gift.
Bernard McCollum and Kerry Saunders, check with the test barn, please.
And number 5, a Well Did, Paul Gill, going right back on board for the drive. A top 3 contender with this bunch. 3-1 right now. That's what I figured. 3 or 4-1 on number 5, Well Did. Should be good to go come post time. And again, that value right now, number 6, Good Friday 3, 8-1. I'd be in all day for a win ticket. The number 6, Good Friday 3 with Todd Trites going back on board for the drive. Getting set to go postward here. A few minutes left to wager on this evening's backup class. And right now, I'd just like to say a few words on the late Jim Hawley. Jim Hawley passed away recently in Halifax, Nova Scotia at the age of 86. And Jim was an avid spectator of local horse racing and as such was deemed a well-known authority on the topic of harness racing as he wrote numerous articles for the Atlantic Post Calls, that, of course, a weekly newspaper back in the day, printed out of Amherst. Many of Jim's articles on individual maritime horse racing performers resulted in their induction into the Canadian Horse Racing Hall of Fame. So as a result, Jim was named the Man of the Year in maritime harness racing by the Atlantic Post Calls for his contribution to the sport. Jim also enjoyed bird watching, gardening, writing, and an avid stamp and coin collector. Would have got along great with my father, Aubrey, the late Aubrey Doyle, of course, a huge coin collector. So for the friends and family of the late Jim Hawley, offering our condolences here from Truro Raceway. Final call for wagering now on race number 5 at Truro. The favorite, well, we'll call them co-favorites, right? Number 3, Harry G, and the 4, Johnny Walker Deluxe, paired up now as co-favorites at 9-5.
It's post time for the 5th race. The Home Hardware Building Center starting gate moving up into position. Race number 5 of the evening has Tobin's Native, Montrose Hope, Harry G, Johnny Walker Deluxe, Well Did, Good Friday 3, and Reggie's Game. They're off and pacing away quickly. That's Well Did. Out the rail is Tobin's Native. And up on the far outside is Good Friday 3. Those 3 out to battle for early position as they race on into the first turn. And on by the opening 8th. And Well Did grabs the top spot. Away second is Tobin's Native. Good Friday 3 has found a gap at the rail in 3 to fill. Then next in line, Montrose Hope. is pacing in 4. An unhurried 5th is Harry G. Back there in 6 for Johnny Walker Deluxe. And sitting at the back is Reggie's Game. A race single file past the opening quarter. Well did out front. Opens up a quick 2.5. Tobin's Native is second. In at the rail. Good Friday 3 looks at it from 3. Then next in line in 4. That is Montrose Hope. The 5th in line is Harry G. A separation of some 4-5 lengths back to Johnny Walker Deluxe. And at the back of the field is Reggie's Game. 27-3. A snappy opening panel as they race up to the midway point. Well did in control with Tobin's Native in the garden spot second inside and pacing in 3. That's Good Friday 3 out. First over comes Montrose Hope. Also coming off the rail looking to pick up cover from 5 is Harry G. Onto the backstretch. They head for the final time. 56-3. A brisk opening half as they make their way into the backstretch for the final time. Well did. Setting the lively fraction. Still in control. A length and a half on Tobin's Native. Outside Montrose Hope is a third inside. That is Good Friday 3 pacing 4th. Looking to come 3 high from 5. That is Harry G. Past 3/4 and well did. Under urging trying to open up on the lead and he's doing so. Clear now by 3-4 lengths as they race on to the 7/8. Inside second is Tobin's Native. Harry G. circling up 3 high into third. They were past 3/4 in 1:26 off the turn and down the stretch for the final time. It's well did. Clear as they drive on through the stretch. It's all well did. An easy winner here in the 5th race. The battle for the place spot. It's tight at the line. Harry G. up on the outside against Good Friday 3 down in the passing lane. Island 155 3/5.
Well did. 4 left turns, some encouraging words from Pauline Geel, and now they're on their way to the winner's circle at Truro Raceway. Well did. A well-meant winner this evening in 155-3. They were never close, never challenged throughout. Well did. Did all the work, and he will get paid here. His 45th career victory. Up for the deuce, it appeared to be number 3, Harry G., and through and along the passing lane there, number 6, Good Friday 3, looked to complete the triactor there. It appears to be a 5, 3, and 6 top 3 unofficial. Again, a nice victory there. When going to the front, a quarter mile was 27-3, and served noticed early in the mile that well did wanted to cut this one out. He get down to the half in 56-3. Then he was 29-2 through the third to get over to 3/4 in 126. And again, he finished up strong. They could not get close at all. 155-3. And again, for well did, his 45th career victory. It comes for the ownership group of the Well Did Horse Owners Club of Lower Onslow, Pauline Geel, the owner, or make it the trainer and a driver of this 5 Well Did. Believe he went away around the second or third choice, 3-1. Decent price there for well did on his way back for a winner circle photo at Truro. And again, I believe it's a 5-3-6 top 3 unofficial.
Now back in front of us is the 5th race winner, number 5, Well Did. 11-year-old gelded son of Well Said, owned by the Well Did Horse Owners Club of Lower Onslow. He's trained and driven by Paul Angel. Well Did in 155 3/5. Race 5 is official. 1 Tobin's Native 4th, 2 Montrose Hope 5th, 3 Harry G 2nd, 4 Johnny Walker Deluxe 6, 5 Weld Did the winner. 6 Good Friday 3 was 3rd, 7 Rages Game 7. Quarter 27 and 3, half 56 and 3, 3 quarters in 126. The mile for Well Did 155 and 3/5. From the top 452 6137. 536 try in race 5, $48.30. 53 exactor, $15.70. There are no changes in the upcoming 6th race. They'll go to the gate in less than 8 minutes. Now parading the entries in race 6. Here's the field. Number 1, Go With It, owned by Gordy McCabe and driven by Ernie Laffin. From post 2 is Art Sleek, with Todd Treitz catch driving for David and Diane Settle. Greg Monroe is the driver of 3, Don't Stand in My Way, owned by Chuck O'Connor, Zachary, and Helen Landry. Tracy McQuaid owns the 4, Salzburg Flicka. Paul Treves does the driving. Carl Eisner will handle number 5, Kiddim Image, for Calvin Eisner. Pam Moore's Camco Willow has post 6, Andy Campbell driving. Linda and Leslie Parker, the owners. Kenny Parker driving, number 7, Godrow Machine. Archie Hattie, Lorraine Daly, and Gordy Rudolph share ownership of 8, Nova Scotia Beach. Darren Crow in the sulky. That's the field for race 6, 5 minutes to post. Truro Raceway would like to extend special birthday wishes this evening to a harness racing mother, Rita
Already
Monroe.
into the back half of this
Rita, who is
Friday
watching
night
this
card,
evening,
we go. Four
the
more
simulcast in
races
North
left
River.
on this
Happy
Friday
birthday,
evening
Rita.
at Truro Raceway. My top selection, I'll stick to it here. Number 5, Kidam Image, parking out all the way last time. Still managed to trip in a 2 minutes 1/5. The second best before that was sub 2 minute speed. This is the thing about Kidam Image. I think at this level, she could probably win any week she wanted if the right kind of trip was there. So the way I looked at this race was she's likely going to be a price. Right now she is. As long as she maintains at about 9-1, I'd be backing her, and I'm going to stay backing her. Carl Eisner, training and driving here for Cal Eisner. Number 5, Kidam Image, is mentioned. I think she can beat this class anytime she wants to with the right kind of trip. It's just outside post here 5, a little bit tough to overcome, but if she can find a trip, she could maybe find the winner's circle. Right now, the price is right at 7-1. Here's number 4, Salzburg Flicka, and she looks sharp. She is right on the bit here for trainer-driver Paul Treves, owner Tracy McQuaid of Salmon River, Nova Scotia. Salzburg Flicka has been better in each of her last 2, and I like the way she's looking here on parade. Treves has got her right on the bit. Right now, she's at 3-1, and definitely one to consider here for the exactor play. Be sure to follow Universal Media on the social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. They've been putting up some pretty neat things in recent weeks. Race of the week from around the Maritimes and other sports they get involved with. So give them a follow on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Here's Andy Campbell staying on number 6, Camco Willow. Been getting along fine with this mare. Very sharp right now, she is. Going to try for her 3rd straight victory. Tonight, she's at 4-1 currently. Camco Willow, always in the hunt, and one to consider with this group. A wide open affair here in race number 6. As mentioned, Atlantic Grand Circuit Week at Truro Raceway starts up on Tuesday evening. It's a busy week of racing, going Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday evening. And on Tuesday evening, of course, it'll be the Gamester Pinckney Memorial Cup in honor of 2 outstanding individuals in building youth talent in Atlantic Canada. The Gamester Pinckney Memorial Cup featured on Tuesday evening to begin Atlantic Grand Circuit Week at Truro will feature 2 legs of the Gamester Pinckney Memorial Cup with Team Pinckney drivers competing for their spot in the final. I believe that'll go on Old Home Week, the final. So Team Pinckney is going to feature the driving talents of Brett LeBlanc, Kyle Gillis, Luke Armstrong, Ryder Renison, Leander Beaton, along with Zach Mullins. We'll look forward to those young drivers competing in the Gamster Pinckney Memorial Cup Tuesday evening to kick off Atlantic Grand Circuit Week at Truro.
Field for race 6, moving in behind the Home Hardware Building Center starting gate. It's post time. Race number 6, top of the stretch. Go with it. Art Sleek, Don't Stand in My Way. Salzburg Flicka, Kidham Image, Camco Willow, Godrow Machine, and Nova Scotia Beach. They are off and pacing. On the inside, Go with it. Moving out, looking to grab the early lead. Up on the outside, Salzburg Flicka, along with Kidham Image, who's caught 3 deep in that first turn. Settling out in 4 is Don't Stand in My Way. Then on the inside, Art Sleek looks at it from 5. Inside and racing in 6th. That's Nova Scotia Beach. Back there, 7th away was Camco Willow. And sitting at the back of the field, Godrow Machine. They battle for the lead as they race past the opening quarter. On the inside, Go with it. Parked to the outside is Salzburg Flicka. Then sitting in the pocket is Don't Stand in My Way. 3rd outside, parked with cover in 4. Is Kidham Image. Along the rail to tied up 5th is Art Sleek. 28 and 4 was the opening quarter. They move past the 3/8 as they continue off the top turn. Salzburg Flicka has the lead, but not the rail. That's controlled by Go with it as they approach the half. Getting the pocket journey is Don't Stand in My Way, traveling 3rd. Parked on the outside, covered up from 4 is Kidham Image. Out 3rd over now is Camco Willow in 5. Inside, Buried Art Sleek is racing in 6. Outside and moving is Nova Scotia Beach from 7, and Godrow Machine is now at the tail end. 28 and 4 was the opening quarter. The half reached in 58 and 1. They make their way onto the backstretch and Go with it. Now is the leader as they approach 3/4. Outside and living second is Salzburg Flicka. Don't Stand in My Way will need a way out of the pocket 3rd. Coming 3 high is Kidham Image from 4. Art Sleek still looking for room from 5. 4 wide. Here comes Camco Willow now hitting her best stride as they race on to the 7/8. Camco Willow out the 3 wide path now on to engage. Go with it as they race to the 7/8. 3/4 in 1, 28 and 3. Go with it, clings to the lead. Outside Camco Willow now out of the pocket comes Don't Stand in My Way. 3 deep off the top turn as they straighten out for the payoff on the far outside. Camco Willow in the center is Don't Stand in My Way. Go with it is now back 3rd onto the lane. It's Don't Stand in My Way. Now winning it by 2 lengths after the pocket journey over Camco Willow and Art Sleek. A mile in 1:59 flat.
It appeared the upset was on as they rolled up towards three quarters. Don't Stand in My Way was getting a great journey there. Greg Monroe was going to hit for the driving double here, and it's going to be two in a row for this combo. Don't Stand in My Way. A long shot player here at 10-1. Again, got a great journey as they battled throughout and knifing on through there, turning for home, finding a seam. Don't Stand in My Way with Greg Monroe on board. Got the better of number 6 Camco Willow, who went a gutsy effort to be second best and on to take third. Number 2 Arch Sleek. Arch Sleek had some trouble in behind the gate there and got away poorly, but did salvage third in there. It appears to be a 3-6-2. Top 3 unofficial, and again, it's a long shot and Don't Stand in My Way. Doubling up here. Monroe on board for O'Connor. And the Landrys going to the winner's circle once again for two in a row. Don't Stand in My Way.
Now back in the winner's enclosure is the winner of race 6, number 3, Don't Stand in My Way. 11-year-old gelding by Don't Get in My Way. Owned by Chuck O'Connor, Zachary and Helen Landry. Trained by Chuck O'Connor, Greg Monroe. With his second winning drive in the program, Don't Stand in My Way. Pacing in 159 flat. Race 6 is official. 1 Go With It, 5th. 2 Arch Sleek, 3rd. 3 Don't Stand in My Way, the winner. 4 Salzburg Flicka, 7. 5 Kidam Image, 8. 6 Camco Willow was 2nd. 7 Godrow Machine, 4th. And 8 Nova Scotia Beach, 6th. The quarter was 28-4. The half 58-1. 3 quarters in 128-3. And the mile in 159 flat. From the top, 5-3-1, 7-8, 246. $1 try in race 6, 362 combination, $359.30. The 3-6 exactor, $46.60. Upcoming in race 7, no changes to report in the 7th race. They'll go to the gate in 8 minutes. Now on parade, the 7th race entries. Number 1 in the field is What Can You Say? Owned by Pam Moore, Ernie Laffin driving. Chick McGuire from post 2, Todd Trites for Anthony Rupshaw, Wally Cameron, and Debbie Ellis. Darren Crow will drive Lively Freddy from post 3, owned by Craig White. Ron Garland, Dave and Craig Carey share ownership of 4 Lady in Paradise with Greg Monroe at the lines. Andy Campbell drives the 5 Hardy Mill Joe, owned by Ken Hardy and the Hardy Mill stable. Number 6 is Big Engine, owned and driven by Evan Wilson. Jeff Ellis will pot it from post 7, Electra Express, for owner Brody Ellis. And number 8 is Slightly Twisted, owned by Paul Burgess and driven by Paul Angel. Post time for race 7 is in less than 4 minutes.
Alrighty, 3 more to go at Truro. 4 minutes to post time on this 7th race. I'm going to chase some value here on number 6, Big Engine. Class Relief does have a ton of gate speed. Now, he did get parked last time out, but he did leave, but he didn't leave all he could that I could see. I think he's got some speed off the gate where he could bust and make front here. And so if he can leave a little harder this week and he does make front, I think he's going to be very tough to go on by. I'm going to stick with number 6, Big Engine here as a long shot play, 8-1. Evan Wilson, the owner, trainer, and driver. Again, he needs to bust off the wings, make front here to get the job done. We'll see. Holding right now at 8-1. Number 4, Lady in Paradise. She's another class dropper in here. And fits in well as a top 2 player. Greg Monroe, already in the winner's circle twice tonight. This would be for the driving triple, should he happen to get the job done with the free-legged mare, Lady in Paradise. As mentioned, she does fit in well. She does fit the profile of a top 2 player in here. On the class drop, right now the price 3-1 on Lady in Paradise. And here's number 3, Lively Freddie, the handsome chestnut at 9 years of age. Picked up his 42nd career win last time out. He's very sharp right now over Truro. 4 wins in his last 5 outings. He races for that $7,000 claiming tag, so it doesn't really get a whole lot tougher for him here. Right now he's an 8-5 second choice behind number 5, Hardy Mill Joe, who's at even money. So yeah, Lively Freddie is just one of those horses. On form alone, he's a must-play here. There's a look at the outsider. That is number 8, Slightly Twisted. He is fitting in well, but I don't like the post for him. If he would have drawn inside here, he'd definitely be playable. But for me, on the outside looking in, I just don't see it for the 8. Slightly Twisted here at 16-1. Down to your final call. Final call for wagering here. One final look at number 1. What Can You Say? Goes out for owner trainer Pam Moore. Ernie laughing on board. The rail advantage helps, but he'll need to find another second or two to compete with these. He is capable of sub 2-minute speed, but I think they're going to go around 57, 58 in this one. Now, what can you say? A long shot factor here, 21-1. It appears the starter is calling for the horses. Next voice you'll hear is track announcer Joe Kelly.
It's post time for race 7. The Home Hardware Building Center starting gate is moving. Race number 7, top of the stretch, has What Can You Say? Chick McGuire, Lively Freddy, Letty in Paradise, Hardy Mill Joe, Big Engine, Electra Express, and Slightly Twisted. They are off and pacing. In at the rail, that's What Can You Say? Away quickly to grab the early lead. Chick McGuire will pocket up second. Up on the limb is Big Engine, racing in 3. Inside 4th for Lively Freddy. Next in line, that's Letty in Paradise, getting away in the 5 spot. Gapping out there in 6 is Hardy Mill Joe. Further on back to Electra Express 7 in the early trailer. He's Slightly Twisted. On through the backstretch. They head past the opening quarter. What Can You Say is the leader. Now quickly coming to call on the outside and brushing up now, looking to take over. That is Lively Freddy as they race on to the 3/8. Giving way. What Can You Say? Will sit in the garden spot. Then pacing a tight up 3rd. That is Chick McGuire. Followed closely by Lady in Paradise in 4. Back in 5. Big Engine has found a seat at the rail. Still that gap back to Hardy Mill Joe, who travels in 6 Electra Express and Slightly Twisted. Round out the group as they race on past the half. They're led by Lively Freddy out there, a length and a quarter on What Can You Say. Now stepping out uncovered is Chick McGuire 3rd, picking up that cover. Lady in Paradise is up on the outside into 4. 5th along the inside now. Hardy Mill Joe outside wide is Big Engine from 6, back in 7. Is Slightly Twisted at the back is Electra Express. On through the backstretch, final time. The half 58 seconds flat. Lively Freddy shows them on to 3/4 out there by 2 lengths. First over is Chick McGuire 2nd. Inside 3rd. That's What Can You Say? Outside within striking range. Lady in Paradise is pacing along in 4. Coming off the rail is Hardy Mill Joe from 5. They race on over to the 7/8. Lively Freddy still in control with Chick McGuire giving chase 2nd. Lady in Paradise outside is pacing along in 3. Dropping back, What Can You Say? 4th off the turn. Hardy Mill Joe to the outside now is 4th on through the lane. 127 2/3. It's Lively Freddy, and Lively Freddy is strong here in the 7th. Drawing out to win it by some 4 lengths. Lady in Paradise, a closing 2nd. 3rd is Chick McGuire. The mile in 157 flat.
It's the hot horse, Lively Freddy. Lively Freddy pretty much wires them up there through fractions of 29, 58, 127 2. Used the final quarter of 29 3 to win under wraps in 157 flat. Now count him. 5 wins in his last 6 outings over Truro. Second best, the free-legged mare, Lady in Paradise. And holding down the 3rd, number 2, Chick McGuire. My top selection, number 6, Big Engine, just didn't have it this evening. I thought for sure there'd be some gate leaving. I thought for sure he'd be on top. He's parked through the quarter at 27 4 last week, and he's taking back this week at the quarter in 29 seconds flat. So you kind of shake your head sometimes and wonder how things will pan out for the next time. Number 6 Big Engine will go behind the gate. Lots of racing next week at Truro, so maybe we'll see him show up at the winner's circle. Maybe we'll see him show up on the lead next week over Truro. Big Engine, a disappointing well back finish in there in the 7th when dropping in class. Back to the winner's circle will be number 3, Lively Freddy. When you see a hot horse, I guess you stick with the hot horse. Again, this is 5 wins in his last 6 outings, a 3-4-2. Top 3 unofficial extreme long shot. Number 2, Chick McGuire, will help this triactor pay a little more than, well, you know, you got a couple of favorites finishing 1st and 2nd in here. Lively Freddy for his 43rd career victory on his way back for a winner's circle photo.
Now back in victory lane, 7th race winner, number 3, Lively Freddy, 9-year-old Chestnut Gelded son of Pan-Pacific Flight. Home by Craig White of Hilden, trained by Clayton Stevens, driven by Darren Crow. That's 3 in a row for Lively Freddy, 5 for his last 6, the mile in 1:57 flat. Race 7 is official. What can you say? The one entry was 6th. 2 Chick McGuire 3rd. 3 Lively Freddy the winner. 4 Lady in Paradise 2nd. 5 Hardy Mill Joe 4th. 6 Big Engine 7. 7 Electra Express 8. 8 Slightly Twisted 5th. Fractions 29, 58, 127 and 2 in the mile and 157 flat. From the top, 6-3-1, 2-4-7-8, 5 on the bottom. Try in the 7th race, 3-4-2 combination, $174.10, 3-4 exactor, $23.10. Up next, race 8, first half of the late daily double. No changes in race 8. 9th race, scratch number 4, I'm a Miracle Sick. Post time for race 8, first half of the late double in 8 minutes. Here's the field for the 8th race. Number 1, Privilege, owned by Aidan Farish, and the All For Fun stable, Todd Treitz aboard. Darren Crow, the driver of 2, Rise and Horizon, owned by the Won't Back Down stable. Dana Ghetto and Chantel Langell, the owners. Paul Langell, the driver of number 3, Rusty Roddy. Ryder Matthews Runnison will drive Don't Ask Logan from post 4, owned by Andrea Runnison, Basil Sherry, and Ian McDonald. Jean Bellevaux, along with Jean Bellevaux, they share ownership of 5 Frontier Crews, with John Davidson at the lines. Orly Beaumont's Thunder Alley from post 6. Andy Campbell does the driving. That's the field for the 8th. 5 minutes to post.
Coach and big stop there from Williams. Wraparound here and scores.
Here comes Mystifying! Mystifying! Get up the time.
All the way up to our top class event now this evening at Truro Raceway with 2 more to go. Here is race number 8. Some of Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, top class pacers involved here. Number 1, Privilege. Privilege will not be racing on Lasix this evening for trainer George Redison. Todd Treitz will stay on the drive. Truro debut for Privilege tonight after winning by a combined 22 lengths in his last 2 over at Exhibition Park Raceway in St. John. So again, Todd Treitz on board for trainer George Redison. A strong combination there over at Truro, plus the rail, likely to be on the front end again here. That trip in 57-1 is latest over at the EPR. That's more like 55 or 56 over Truro, and he'll need to be around that 55 or 56 to handle this group, because many of them in here can go that kind of speed, but I don't think they can touch him tonight. I see Privilege winning his Raceway debut, already an 8-time winner this season, including a 154-3 gate-to-wire victory back in March over Flamborough. We'll try number 6, Thunder Alley for the deuce. Big efforts off a pair of parked miles in his last 2, and it's an outside post to overcome again. So could be another tough go for number 6, Thunder Alley. You know, these horses, some of them don't mind to grit grind away on the outside, but they don't keep grit grinding away forever with miles like that. So Thunder Alley, we'll try him again just on form, because he is very sharp right now, but hopefully a better trip this evening from that outside post to Thunder Alley. Andy Campbell, one of my drivers to follow there at Truro, gets along fine with this outside horse, number 6 Thunder Alley. He's been winning 2 of his last 3, and again his latest, a parked First Up Forever mile for the victory. Right now the price is okay, 5-1 for number 6 Thunder Alley. Number 2, Rising Horizon, never better than he was last time out. The 4-year-old son of Vertical Horizon tripped out for the victory in 156-3, and that became a new lifetime best. Darren Crow stays on board for the trainer Gardner McCollum and the Won't Back Down stable group. Rising Horizon likely in for another one of those trips, so a must play indeed for the triactor at 7-2. It's one of those New Brunswick invaders this evening, number 5, Frontier Cruise, and he's a big horse. Big son of Sunshine Beach here for the Bellevaux. John Davidson on board for the drive, a 3-1 second choice currently. Again, a very large horse here in Frontier Cruise as he ships in from New Brunswick. Starting gate appears to be moving into position here for race number 8. Again, the top class pacers set to duel here as we get a look at number 3, Rusty Riley. We're sending things upstairs for track announcer Joe Kelly with the call of race 8.
Featured E3 starters now in the hands of the starter. Home Hardware Building Center starting gate is moving. Race number 8 has a privilege. Horizon, Rusty Roddy, Don't Ask Logan, Frontier Cruise, and Thunder Alley. They're off and pacing. Privilege in at the rail away quickly. Will grab the lead as they race into that first turn. Taking a tuck in the pocket is Horizon away third. That's Rusty Roddy. Outside, Frontier Cruise on the limb fourth. Inside 5 is Don't Ask Logan, the early trailer. That is Thunder Alley. Into the backstretch they head for time 1. Onto the opening quarter led by Privilege. Out there by a length and a half. In the pocket is Horizon. Next in line, that's Rusty Roddy third. Pacing out the rail, Frontier Cruise from 4. Looking at it from 5 is Don't Ask Logan. Thunder Alley is the 6th and treading one. Single file as they continue on over to the 3/8, led by Privilege. With Horizon in for the 2-hole ride. Tied up third is Rusty Roddy. Then Frontier Cruise. Here comes Thunder Alley starting up on the outside from 5. Now treading is Don't Ask Logan. 28-3 was the initial quarter as they traveled on through the stretch now, nearing the half. And The uncontested leader is a Privilege, is there by a length and a quarter on Rise and Horizon. Inside is Rusty Roddy, advancing first over is Thunder Alley. Now coming off the rail is Frontier Cruise from 5. And Don't Ask Logan is at the back of the field at 58 4/5 seconds was the half. Onto the backside for the final time. Privilege still in control of the field. Thunder Alley grinding it out. Uncovered on the outside second. Then Rise and Horizon is pacing at the rail third. Rusty Raleigh still at the rail from 4th. 5th and racing inside. That is Frontier Cruise to the outside from 6. Don't Ask Logan. They're on their way now to the 7/8, and Privilege is the one to take down, but he's opening up now by 2.5. Rise and Horizon second. 3 high. Here comes Rusty Raleigh third. Dropping back 4th is Thunder Alley. 127 3/4 and 8th left to pace. And they're led home by Privilege. Rise and Horizon after the perfect pocket journey angles to the outside second. Rusty Roddy is third. Privilege. Rise and Horizon the outside. Privilege will not be denied here in the feature. Rise and Horizon is second. Third is Rusty Roddy. The mile in 155 3/5.
There he is, Privilege, winning his Truro debut. We figured he'd be good enough to go a trip around 55 or 56 this evening after winning at 57-1 over Exhibition Park Raceway at his latest. Truro, of course, a little bit quicker than the half-mile oval in St. John, New Brunswick. Made front here, 28-3, 58-4. That was a nice second quarter breather of 30-1. Got over to 3/4, 127-3, so picked it up big time through the late stages here. Fires home in 28 flat and would not be caught. That is Privilege in his Truro Raceway debut, winning wire to wire in 155-3. Holding down a second, number 2, Rise and Horizon. Wonderful trip there for the deuce. And in for third, number 3, Rusty Riley. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3, right? Privilege is on his way back to a Truro Raceway winner circle for 3 in a row in the Maritimes now. And again, this would be his Truro Raceway debut, where he toyed with them through that final quarter. Again, it was 28 flat on the end to win in 155-3. Todd Treitz on board for trainer George Renison. Strong combination there. And for the ownership group of Aidan Farish, and All for Fun stable of Truro, Nova Scotia. Privilege on his way back here.
Eighth race winner now back in the winner's enclosure. Number 1, Privilege. 6-year-old Brown Geldit, son of Sunshine Beach, owned by Aidan Ferris of Summerside PEI in the All for Fun stable of Truro. Trained by George Renison. Todd Treitz, the winning driver. Privilege in gate to wire fashion, 155 3/5. Eighth race is official. 1 Privilege, the winner. 2 Rise and Horizon, second. 3 Rusty Rowdy, third. 4 Don't Ask Logan, sixth. 5 Frontier Cruise, fifth. 6 Thunder Alley, fourth. The quarter was 28-3. The half 58-4. 3 quarters 127-3. And the mile for Privilege 155-3. From the top 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4. 1, 2, 3 try in race 8, 860. 1, 2 exactor 780. Ninth and final up and coming, number 4, I'm a Miracle, has been scratched. Post time for the ninth in 9 minutes. Horses on the track and on parade for the ninth and final. Number 1 on the field is Sunny Billion, owned by the Won't Back Down stable with Darren Crow at the lines. From post 2 is Grin's Little Flirt, owned and driven by Clayton Stevens. There's the 3, Coot Cobbler. Greg Monroe driving for the Autumn Gold stable. 4 has been scratched. Prada Paradise is the 5. Robbie Smallwood owns and drives. Co-owner is Cyril Harvey. Douglas E. and Douglas R. Polly, the owners of 6, Brookdale Jim. Bernard McCollum driving. Ernie Laughlin gets the drive on 7, Lobel Bruiser for Kerry and Lois Saunders. And number 8 is Preceptor. Paul Angel driving for Roseanne Langell. That's the field for the finale. Post time in 5 minutes.
Final race of the evening, and well, we got to try number 7, Lobel Bruiser. He's been minding his manners pretty good last couple of starts. That's what he's got to do to win this race. If he can be on his best behavior, I think he could live on the outside and jog against this field. Ernie Laffin tries for his second win on the night in the finale. He's just got to get a clean line with Lobel Bruiser here. As mentioned, he's been first and a second in each of his last two. He's been living on the outside and just has to be on his best behavior to handle these. Right now, I like the price, 5-1. How about number 6, Brookdale Jim? Brookdale Jim, he's a nice horse. Can grab a share with these with a decent trip. That's all he's going to need. He's been caught in traffic a few times in recent starts, and then he's been caught first up. So any kind of trip at all will put this 8-year-old son of Articulator in the hunt with these. Right now, 4-1. McCollum on board for the Pulleys. And there is Sonny Billion. Sonny Billion always looks so good in post parade, eh? But we're not sure what to expect from him. He's a hot and cold type. He gets the rail to work with. Not that it means a whole lot to him. He doesn't have a whole lot of early gate speed, though he did sit up a bit closer there last time out, managed the 4th best finish, and placed up to 3rd in there. So Sonny Billion, Darren Crow on board for the Won't Back Down stable. Worth a look for a top 3 finish here in the finale. About 2 minutes left for wagers, race 9 at Truro. Longest shot on the board. Why not? Let's talk up 5, Pride of Paradise. He just got beat by number 3, Kook Cobbler, 3 starts ago here when trying to wire up the field. Robbie Smallwood was on board that occasion. Robbie goes back on board here and now moves in a spot with a scratch of number 4. I could see Pride of Paradise grabbing a small share here as the longest shot on the board. You're getting 22-1. Think about it. Final call now. Final call for wagering, and still a decent price on number 7, Lobel Bruiser, if you want to go that way. 3-1. You know what? This tote board has them wide open, and I would agree with that. There's no clear-cut favorite among this group. Number 2, Grin's Little Flirt, did open as a favorite. Right now at 5-2. I just can't get there. Final call for wagering on race 9, the finale at Truro Raceway, as we get set for their busiest and biggest week of racing coming up. Atlantic Grand Circuit Week beginning Tuesday evening, featuring the Gamester Pinckney Memorial Cup for the youth talent around Atlantic Canada. The Tuesday night card is going to feature the Team Pinckney lineup of drivers: Brett LeBlanc, Kyle Gillis, Luke Armstrong, Ryder Renison, Leander Beaton, along with Zach Mullins. We'll look forward to that as the young guns, per se, kick things off with the Gamester Pinckney Memorial Cup on Tuesday evening to start up Atlantic Grand Circuit Week at Truro. They'll be back in action as well on Friday and Saturday evening at Truro Raceway. 3 cards next week as we get set to move in behind the gate for race number 9. Next voice you hear will be track announcer Joe Kelly with the call of the finale over at Truro Raceway in Nova Scotia.
Field for the 9th race. Moving in behind the Home Hardware Building Center starting gate. It's post time. Ninth and final race on tonight's program has Sunny Billion, Grin's Little Flirt, Coot Cobbler, Pride of Paradise, Brookdale Jim, Lobel Bruiser, and Preceptor. They're off and pacing with Pride of Paradise getting the first call. Also moving out smartly is Grin's Little Flirt. Down at the rail, that's Sunny Billion into that first turn. They're battling for the lead. Grin's Little Flirt outside, that's Pride of Paradise. Second away, third Sunny Billion inside. Coot Cobbler will settle fourth on the outside. And pacing in 5, that's Lobel Bruiser. Brookdale Jim has come away in the 6th spot and Preceptor 7th and trailing. Through the backstretch, first time as they move past the opening panel. It is Pride of Paradise reaching the lead out there by a length and a half on Grin's Little Flirt. Here comes Lobel Bruiser. Ranging up quickly in the outside, third, second, and driving after Pride of Paradise as they continue on to the 3/8, and Lobel Bruiser marches right on by as they continue off the top turn. Outside, here comes Brookdale Jim. Now racing uncovered second. Inside a third now is Pride of Paradise, 28-3, the opening quarter. They move on through the stretch and past the half, led by Lobel Bruiser. Brookdale Jim looks to take a tuck in the pocket and will do so. Pride of Paradise back there in a 3 outside. Here comes Sunny Billion from 4. Dropping back 5th is Grin's Little Flirt. Outside, Coot Cobbler, and still treading is Preceptor. 58-1 was the half. Through the backstretch, they head for the final time, and Lobel Bruiser leads by 2.5. Second is Brookdale Jim. Now dropping back third, Pride of Paradise. To the outside, here comes Sunny Billion. Racing fourth, Coot Cobbler is 5th. A spent Grin's Little Flirt is backing off 6th, moving up on the outside. Preceptor on to the 7/8 they head. Lobel Bruiser, Brookdale Jim, the top pairing as they head on to the 7/8 on the outside. And racing third as they continue on past the 7/8 is Sunny Billion, 127-2, 3/4. They straighten out for the stretch drive. Lobel Bruiser still there, 2.5 on Brookdale Jim as they travel on through the stretch. Lobel Bruiser will easily win the finale. Second is Brookdale Jim, and up for third, that is Sunny Billion. The line in 157 and 1/5.
Lobelt Bruiser, he's a nice horse when he is on his best behavior. He just jogged there over 6, Brookdale Gym and Sunny Million for the Won't Back Down stable. A gutsy enough effort to hold down a third, a 7-6-1 top 3, and it's unofficial. Ernie Laffin for the driving double here in the finale. Lobel Bruiser, once he made front and it appeared he was going to mind his manners, it was looking quite easy for him through fractions of 28 and 3, 58 and 1, 127 and 2, and home in 29 and 4 to stop the clock in 157 and 1. Lobel Bruiser, when he brings his A game, he's very tough to go against there at Truro Raceway. Again, it's 7-6 and 1. A top 3 unofficial as we await Ernie Laffin for the driving double aboard Lobel Bruiser.
Now back, the 9th race winner, number 7, Lobel Bruiser. 5-year-old bay-gelded son of Believe in Bruiser, owned by Kerry and Lois Saunders. Trained by Kerry Saunders. That's the second winning drive for Ernie Laffin on the program. Lobel Bruiser in 157 and 1/5. Ninth race is official. 1 Sunny Billion third, 2 Green's Little Flirt 7, 3 Cook Cobbler fourth. 4 was scratched, 5 Prada Paradise 6, 6 Brookdale Gym second, 7 Lobel Bruiser the winner, and the 8 entry Preceptor was fifth. Fractions 28 and 3, 58 and 1, 127 and 2 in the mile, and 157 and 1/5. Up down, your card is 374, scratched 6215. The 761 try. It returned 1310, 76 exactor 540, late double 17, $2.80. Don't forget, Atlantic Grand Circuit Week kicks off this coming Tuesday evening here at Truro Raceway, featuring the Gamester Pinckney Memorial Young Guns Drivers Challenge going in 2 divisions. Also the Atlantic Sire Stakes for 2- and 3-year-old trotters, and also for 2-year-old pacing fillies. That's all featured on 11- program Tuesday evening here at Truro to kick off Atlantic Grand Circuit Week. Post time is 7 p.m. We also race on Friday and Saturday evenings, featuring stake races. Post time each evening is 7 p.m. We thank you for joining us this evening. We'll see you Tuesday.
There you have it, folks. Right from the announcer's mouth, Joe Kelly talking up Atlantic Grand Circuit Week, which will begin on Tuesday evening. We'll look forward to that. You know what? Nice evening of racing action over at Truro Raceway. Ernie Laffin completed the night with the driving double. Greg Monroe had a pair of winners. Privilege. The Truro Raceway debut, winning in 155 and 3 for the fastest mile on the card. Plus, that was a top-class victory. Trites on board for Renison. And congratulations to young Noah Webby. His first career training win came back in race number 2 with Riding Like You Stole It. His dad, Mark Webby, on board for the drive. Great stuff, right? When it's all in the family for something like that. Noah Webby with his first career training victory back in race 2 with Riding Like You Stole It. So a big weekend continues for harness racing right across the continent. Of course, it's the Meadowlands Pace tomorrow evening. Beach Glass, morning line favorite for Schooner 2 Stable of Truro. Brent McGrath conditions, Yannick Gingras on board for the drive. Beach Glass will try to win that $600,000 event. The Meadowlands Pace goes as race 12 about quarter to midnight tomorrow evening from the Meadowlands. And of course, the Governor's Plate tomorrow evening, $30,000 final. The Governor's Plate, I'm thinking inside speed. No plan intended. Twinbee tough enough. They're going to be tough. Island Beach Boy, Beach and Lindy, one to consider off the back end. Rotten Ronnie, a little bit flat in his elimination heat for the Governor's Plate, hoping he can show up with his A game to maybe throw a wrench into things tomorrow evening. That's the Governor's Plate. You can find it at the Red Shore simulcast out of Summerside, Prince Edward Island. That's it for me then. I'll be joining you again all week for Atlantic Grand Circuit Week, beginning on Tuesday evening. As Joe Kelly mentioned, the Gamester Pinckney Memorial Cup, and plus all kinds of stakes action all week long. We'll look forward to it. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. I'm Sugar Doyle out of London for Universal Media Studios out of Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. Have yourself a great weekend, all.